Mr Tumble's Tumble Tales! The Three Billy Goats Gruff! Once upon a time, in a beautiful valley, there lived a family of 3 billy goats. There was little Billy Goat Gruff, middle-sized Billy Goat Gruff, and big Billy Goat Gruff. And they loved nothing more than spending all day munching tasty green grass. Yummy!
Yummy! Yummy!
One day, having eaten all the grass in their field, greedy goats, the hungry billy goats stared across to the other side of the river, where they could see another field full of lush green grass. Oh, it looked especially delicious.
Let's go over there and munch that yummy grass,
They thought. The trouble was, the field was on the other side of an old wooden bridge. And under the bridge, there lived a huge, grumpy, smelly troll. Oh! He loved nothing more than to gobble up tasty billy goats for his breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Little Billy Goat Gruff was the first to cross. Trip, trap, trip, trap went his little hooves on the wooden bridge. Suddenly, a great, grumpy voice bellowed, "Who's that trip-trapping over my bridge?" And out jumped the huge troll. His skin was thick and green and lumpy. He was very smelly and he looked very grumpy. "I'm going to gobble you up," bellowed the smelly troll. "I'm partial to a tasty billy goat sandwich. Yummy!"
Please don't eat me, Mr. Troll.
Pleaded little Billy Goat Gruff.
Middle-sized Billy Goat Gruff is coming along in a minute, who is much bigger and tastier than I am.
Well, the troll thought for a bit, scratched his hairy chin, licked his lips, and then he said, "All right then, off you pop. But don't say I didn't warn you." So quick as a flash, little Billy Goat Gruff raced across the bridge and happily started munching the lush green grass on the other side of the river. Phew-wee! Next, middle-sized Billy Goat Gruff started to cross. Trip, trap, went its middle-sized hooves on the wooden bridge. Suddenly, the great grumpy voice bellowed, "Who's that trip-trapping over my bridge?" And once again, out jumped the huge troll. His back was hairy, his belly was rumbly, he was very smelly, and he looked very grumpy. "I'm going to gobble you up," bellowed the smelly troll. "I'm partial to a tasty billy goat pie."
Please don't eat me, Mr. Troll.
Pleaded middle-sized Billy Goat Gruff.
Big Billy Goat Gruff is coming along in a minute, who is much bigger and tastier than I am.
So, the troll thought for a bit, scratched his hairy chin, licked his lips, and then he said, "Oh, all right, off you pop. But don't say I didn't warn you." So quick as a flash, middle-sized Billy Goat Gruff raced across the bridge and happily started munching the lush green grass on the other side of the river with little Billy Goat Gruff. Phew-wee! finally, Big Billy Goat Gruff started to cross. Trick, trap, went his big hooves on the wooden bridge. Suddenly, the great grumpy voice bellowed, "Who's that trip-trapping over my bridge?" And you guessed it, out jumped the huge troll. His eyes were beady, his teeth were stumpy, he was very smelly, and he looked very grumpy. "Whoa, I'm gonna gobble you up," bellowed the smelly troll. "I'm partial to a tasty billy goat curry, yes!" Uh-oh! But Big Billy Goat Gruff was not afraid.
Meh! You eat me? I don't think so,
said Big Billy Goat Gruff bravely. Then, with a flick of his horns, charged straight at the huge troll and boinked him right on his huge bottom. "Ooh, yow!" cried the troll as he flew through the air before landing with a tremendous squelch in the thick brown mud at the side of the river. Ah, yuck! Look at the state of me.
Meh! You needed a bath.
So, the 3 Billy Goats Gruff had all the lush green grass they could eat, and the troll never bothered them again. And you know what? He now prefers cheese sandwiches instead. The end.
Meh!
Watch more on BBC iPlayer.